Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Invitational Valorant tournament. We're here for the match between Aya Gaming and Reckoning Esports, and it's me, CA, joined by Aggressive on the mic, and we are extremely hyped. It's a new day, a new patch, and I'm sure the teams will bring something new to the team.
Really hoping to see that Brimstone come out. We are all excited for this because Brimstone is one of those characters that adds a different flavor entirely. And let's talk more about this as we move on to the map veto screen. Mainly because CA Brimstone, with his new smokes, being a full-on 19.25-second smoke, I believe, nearly a 20-second smoke, on the maps of Haven and on the map of Split, he's going to be absolutely broken in my eyes.
Definitely. So, for all the chat out there who didn't get a chance to read the patch notes, the buffs to Brimstone, quantitatively, are the 5-second smoke buff. He went from 1425 to 1925, as Aggressive mentioned, and the range buff, which is now, instead of a range of 4200 units, he can cast it from a range of 5000 units. So, both of these buffs combined with Omen's nerfs, which is the paranoia shifting from 200 credits to 400 credits, as well as the cast duration, like the amount of time the smoke needs to reach location being decreased, means that Brimstone very much on the table, on the cards here for teams to pick up, because he is much stronger than he was before. Now, Aggressive, what I think is a really important aspect though is comfort, and like I do wonder if teams have started preparing for these Brimstone buffs in advance, because we didn't know about them. Like, even though the patch notes only came out yesterday, there's plenty of sources through which it was teased that perhaps the Brimstone buff on the way. So let's see if the teams are ready. You can say Meow, she just like, nah bro, goes for the Omen instantly. And even though I agree that on Haven especially Brimstone really strong, I do think given the size of the map, the Omen ultimate is something I prefer more. Going into Split, that's where I'm gonna be like, if they don't bring out the Brimstone on Split, then it's a big question mark for me.
It's gonna be a big question mark, but at the same time, you need to give the teams a little bit of time to settle down into this
Yeah.
new meta. Because with this controller meta, like normally we always see the Omen. The Omen already has a 100% pick rate, other than Gorong just picking out his Brimstone every single time whenever we see the map of Vine. And I do believe that Brimstone, with his new strengths, it's gonna take a little bit of time for the teams to get used to the synergistic nature of Brimstone, how to play with him, because Brimstone brings a lot of stalling potential in comparison to the side of Omen. Omen is one of those characters that you love to brawl with, you love to push aggressively with, but with the side of Brimstone, you can stall for time, you can hold down a lot of the sidelines, play it a little bit more slower, and this change of pace is a little bit more difficult to get used to for a lot of
Yeah.
these teams, and hopefully in the long run, we're going to be able to see this coming through.
Definitely, right? Like, Omen, you can at least try to play the way a Brimstone would, like much defensively, but you always have the option of playing the aggressive Omen, using the flash to really set up the place. Brimstone, he's like the pure definition of controller. He's the guy who sits in the back, sets up the smokes for his team in advance, uses the molly to clear out corners. Very much the second attacking force rather than the first, the way the Omen can be. And that sort of adaptation, as you said, we do need to give the teams time. But looking at the compositions here, two key differences between the compositions, Aggressive. I see a Killjoy and a Raze on Aya Gaming, meaning no flashes, but yes, Killjoy. And for Reckoning, the classic Phoenix and Cypher combo. And I think both the compositions here, they've come into it with very different ideologies. But the one thing I do know is that Reckoning on the attack, if they can do really well, they will set themselves up really strong, because no flash for Aya on the attack is going to be an issue.
It's gonna be really difficult as well for their side, as we're gonna be talking this through. It's gonna be Titan getting that first initial board. But it seems that the Razor, he had something else to say about it. He just digs Titan straight in the head as he's running through from the side of the garage. But now, here's where the real damage is about to start, CA, because two members are extremely low from the side of Reckoning. And how will they play this is the real question. Slowly they're making their way down into this A side, but it seems as though the defenders know exactly where they are. They're ready for it, but Razor, the one taps reign supreme. He hits all of those shots. He's gonna be able to take out Pokies. He's finally gonna go down the hands of Tito to take him out. But now in this 2 versus 3 retake, who's gonna be coming out on top is the real question.
You can see now. Spike is planted. The recon both gonna come out, but not gonna be destroyed. Will give one tag of information. They know where a couple of people are. They know that the health there is there. But Ayan with the jiggles and Clouder with the backup is the pistol round for Reckoning Esports. A really nice start to their attacking half, making sure that they are put in a position where they're leading the charge, really making sure that they're utilizing the stronger aspect of this map to their advantage. Now, for me, I think what I really want to see from the side of Aya Gaming is just that sort of usage of that Killjoy to set their play up in the entire round as a whole. Because the key difference between Cypher and Killjoy, especially on a big map like Haven, is that if you don't get the proper placement of the utility, then it can end up really costing you throughout the round as compared to a Cypher where you can just casually place your utility and you have it irrespective of where you go on the map. So now you can see the anti-eco for the side of Reckoning Esports, an eco round for Aya Gaming. They're going to be stacking onto this A side, expecting an A push, and they're right in their read. If all of Reckoning do end up committing this side, they will end up being at a disaster. But Reckoning, they sense something like this happening, so they split themselves up. They've gone for that C side push. They're just testing out the waters in A, and while a couple kills go down, Reckoning, they'll take over C side.
They take over the seaside, and now is where the real damage is about to start. And I do believe that Ayan, he may just be fighting for a bit more than he can chew, but never mind. He's gonna be fighting as much as he wants. He's gonna be eating it all up, but Pasha is able to take him down. And now, what can he exactly do? He's gonna try to do a little bit of economic damage, but with that flash coming out from the side of Razor, not much that he can do. He gets taken out. A beautiful round indeed from the side of the attackers as we do move on forward. But now CA is where the real fun is about to start because the buy round is about to begin.
Yeah, this round is where both the teams really put to their test. Really push to their limits, see if they can stop the the form of Reckoning Esports, or if Reckoning will just completely take over, establish a huge round as well as economic lead. You can see for Reckoning, 3 Spectres carried over, just a couple of upgrades, meaning they haven't invested as much into this round, but even a couple of guns invested will mean that they need to try and get at least that much amount of damage done if they do end up going down, otherwise it will cost them. And you can see Reckoning, once again, different approach. They're going to split themselves up, use that Cypher to look down towards the A lobby area. The camera set up to stop any sort of a long push. The rest of them looking to take mid control. The drone going out now, helping Ayan really push into this side. It's going to be Ayan looking for those peaks. Now, the drone did spot out Rio, and Rio will end up repositioning himself, but Ayan knows it's likely to happen. He's just waiting for somebody to peek. All of Reckoning now filtering towards his B side. A sound strategy considering that they have 3 Spectres and you want to get into the close range as much as possible. With those Spectres and the smokes coming down, the B side to execute on the cards for Reckoning Esports.
Execute, but it seems as though with that one arrow, all of that may just be a bit of a detriment. But Pasha, he's gonna be able to take out 2. He's gonna be able to take out 3. He's doing a lot of damage with that Vandal in hand. Meow chimes in with her own kill, gets one on the Clouda, leaving Trist on his lone slump. And Mr. Styles already there to take him out. 4 kills for the Jet, and a beautiful defensive round for that side of Aya Gaming.
A huge round for Aya Gaming as they're able to just hold on really well, use the information that they got from the drone coming out early to understand that a B push definitely on the cards. Pasha stepping up to support his teammate, picking up multiple kills with the spray on the Vandal. That's not something we get to see a lot, but when I did see it on him, I loved the spray control that he's able to make sure, getting rather than a full spray, a series of bursts to ensure that he gets those kills and able to secure that buy round for his team. Now, for Reckoning Esports, this round is a bit of a question mark because having upgraded a couple guns and not having taken down a couple guns, I do wonder if you end up going for the eco here or if you go for the buys but compromise on the shields on the basis of that. Either ways, the advantage in the favor of Aya Gaming and their chance to push the scoreline to even Stevens.
do believe that the side of Reckoning should be going for a buy because Ion, he does have his Blade Storm for his own. And it seems as though Clouder, he's going to be opting for that buy Razor as well because they have a lot of money to work with. All the members can go for their buys and try to take the fight one more time. But if they do lose this, their economy is going to be taking a massive hit, forcing them down onto an eco or a force buy in the next round once again. So moving forward, C, which side do you think is going to be a better idea to go to? Because the Killjoy is holding down C really well. The B is being held by the Sova because of the recons, so he can deter them just a little bit by just revealing them. And A, it's just a heavy stack of 3 players.
Yeah, you can see that every single round, Aya Gaming, they're being very creative with their approach, right? They're willing to just shift themselves up. And this is what I wanted to see with the Killjoy. It's very important that you keep your opponent on the toes and sort of inherently fool them into making that play into that Killjoy side so you're able to get the maximum utility as compared to the Cypher where you can sort of just take the knowledge of the fact that, hey, my utility is ready. So that means I know they're not coming. That sort of freeway, that sort of safety net not available with Killjoy. So you have to make sure you play in a way that you're forcing them into your hands. We saw an A setup in the previous rounds, this time a C setup, and that C setup allowing them to really push through for this A stack. And these mind games are really, for me, what is going to dictate the end goal, the end winner of this map. Reckoning they need to start anticipating these mind games and playing against them because on Haven, when you have those mind games on your side, you just dominate your opposition.
Haven, as you said before, is the map where the strat book is just way too massive because of the amount of retake scenarios, because of the 3 sides being present, and because of your own abilities and how you use them to go in for a lot of these fakes. But the interesting fact is, when are we going to be seeing Euro in this map? Let's just, I know the teams are have their own stuff going on, but do need to talk about the elephant in the room of Euro one of these days coming into these matches. Not yet, but we already know that how big Haven is when it comes to the strats that are possible on this map. And when you add Euro into the equation, it seems as though it's just going to be absolutely unsolvable of how teams are going to be executing down into a lot of these sites.
Now, the one thing I do know is that there's definitely no Euro in our invitational tournament. But as you said, like, I'm really excited for the agent as a whole. As you said, I think Haven in general is his best map, not only because of the size of the map, but because of whenever a new agent comes in, there's always that difficulty of which agent it will replace. This happened with Killjoy, right? When she came in, it was very difficult for teams to let go of that Cypher and pull in that Killjoy. It's something that we've seen only after a few months of gameplay. But on Haven particularly, Yoru directly slots in trying to replace that Phoenix that we've seen a lot because of the fact that he has that perfect flash setup. Like the Phoenix has 2 flashes, the Yoru has 2 flashes. But what the Yoru compensates with those flashes is that Phoenix, you ideally want a teammate with you when you're setting up for the flashes, but Yoru, you have your teleport. You put that teleport, you send that flash, and in you go to the another dimension in their face and take them down. But coming back to this map, right? Aggressive, in this particular map, like I want to talk a bit more about the compositions because that Phoenix is what we have here. And that Phoenix, he's going to be strong both on attack and defense. But when Aya Gaming go onto their own attack, it's not like they're weaker. We've talked about this a lot. When you have a raise, it's just harder to execute. So, do you think Aya Gaming they need to make sure they don't give up too big of a lead in defense? Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for them.
I completely agree with you on that because their defensive rounds is where that raise is going to be the most potent because garage control with the raise is a lot more easier compared to Phoenix, I do believe. But when it comes to the attacking half, not having that flash, especially for the tight corners that Haven has, it's just a lot more difficult because with that Phoenix, you have the flame wall enabled so that you don't have to waste an extra smoke. So all of these factors are going to be coming into play. And when they go onto the side of attack, iGaming, they need to execute very definitively. They cannot just second guess themselves and be like, hey guys, we need to go in for rotation play. Rotation plays are still going to be there, but they need to bait out utility without using their own utility. And this is going to be where the mind games are going to be coming into play. How much utility you are going to be using in comparison to the side, in comparison to your opponent, sorry, that you can still have enough to execute on your own because not having that Phoenix, you're gonna have a hard time trying to bait out a lot of the utility because one flash of Phoenix will equal to pretty much like 3 guys being like, boys, they're probably coming in, smokes down, volleys down, everything has to go down to try and stop him from coming inside of the site.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, it really does end up being where you really try to find your comfort. And with the amount of different setups that we've seen from Poki in the defensive side, I do believe with the fact that you said that the raise utility much easier to use when you're on the defense. That's where Aya's comfort will lie. But the same lies on the opposite side. Ayan, this player, we've seen him on the operator just absolutely destroy both on attack and defense. So on defense, especially when he gets his chance to pull that up, he will be extremely strong. So both of the teams, it's all about establishing a lead as early as possible and making sure you push that through. Now, with this next round coming up, which will be the buy round for Reckoning, the true buy round, considering that they went through with the Spectres the last round, this will be the big test because if you end up losing this round, give that bit of comfort to Aya Gaming. Pasha, he's going to pull out his own operator.
We do not want to have Pasha on that operator again. We have seen how explosive he is on that operator. He's showing us with his Vandal sprays as well. His sprays are absolutely on point today. And if you see the same level of potency with the Vandal, it's just gonna get as with the operator, sorry, it's just gonna get even more difficult for the side of Reckoning. But still, we can theorize about this a lot, but it's all down to the players of how they
Yeah.
execute down into a lot of the sidelines and how they take control of the entire map. And Haven is one of those maps, I keep on saying it again and again. Teams need to establish map control. If you do not have map control, if you try to go in for the rotations without any of it, you're just going to get caught off guard so many times. And always having that flank available for the side of Haven, like let's say someone's just lurking down at B, someone's lurking down at C, you just have some form of map control at the very least. You can get the sound cues when your enemies are rotating, so you can make your own rotation calls in that ways. And hopefully, on the side of attack, and when Aya Gaming go onto the tag themselves, we're going to be seeing that coming forward.
Yeah, definitely. Like at this point, it's as you said, merely what we can do is theorize about them. I think it's a small technical issue with one of the players. I do think they're almost ready, but we're just gonna make sure everything is perfectly set with like how important this match is, considering it's a lower bracket. Both of these teams gonna give it their all, so we wanna make sure everything is pitch perfect for them. So we'll be back really soon with the LG Ultra Gear TEC Invitational Valorant tournament with the match between Aya Gaming and Reckoning. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultra Gear TEC Valorant Invitational. We're back. Small technical issue now sorted. We're back on track for this map between Aya Gaming and Reckoning Esports. Remember, this is just map one. This is a whole best of three, and Haven just the first of its kind. So we're gonna have a lot of action. Now, going into this round, we are expecting Aya Gaming to, sorry, Reckoning Esports to end up investing all of their credits into a buy. Ayan, he's pulled out the play slam, allowing his teammates to go for the buy. But Titan is waiting in the off angle. He's going to spot out many legs. Not able to get a kill though. He's just going to throw out the grenade in the boom bot, try and delay any sort of push. The running back stopped in its tracks, and Meow, with the help of that boom bot, they get the first two kills. Stop Reckoning, and the three-man stack for Aya Gaming works out to perfection.
Quiet now.
Ooh.
Out really well, but Rio with a shock dart is able to take out Titan. The Titan has been killed out in this situation. But still, Reckoning, they have a tall order, especially with Rio and Ion being so low on their side. Very low HP on their end, and Razor, he's slowly creeping up, but he may just get caught off guard. There's one member sitting right on his right side. He doesn't know exactly where they are in this situation, and the flash does come through, but a beautiful spray coming out from the side of Meow to take out a Razor. Iron is able to get that refrag and dash down into the sideline. He knows exactly where Pasha is, and he's gonna be able to get that kill, and this is very much possible. 2 versus 2 is the situation. Down on their sidelines, but Tito, he gets that initial kill down on the Rio, takes him out of the well-placed head, and Pokies answers back with his own kill, being able to take out Ion. And ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be another run on the board for the side of the defense, taking us to a 2-2 scoreline.
Yeah, you can see that round was extremely close. Despite Reckoning Esports being stopped in their tracks, the way they're able to push through and get into the side anyways, Ion with the insane shots to be able to secure that equalizer, make sure that he's pushing his team or at least get the plant through, really key for them. But that recon bolt, revealing all of their positions, combined with the low health that they had, they just get instantly destroyed, and it's the round picked up for Aya Gaming. Now, Aya Gaming, they're in a position where they have the eco advantage. They can choose to go for the operator this round, but since they did lose 3 members in the last, I would anticipate that their eco will end up hurting if they choose to go for the op here. So I'm expecting them to just go for normal buys here, look to try to win this round, which is an expectant eco round for Reckoning Esports, and then go for the op in the next. And that's where they can really sort of solidify their advantage and make sure that they have a healthy lead going into that second half. Now, looking at the scorecard, Pasha and Ayan, they're both leading the charge for either of their teammates. The Jets really stepping up today, so I'm going to keep my eye on both of them, see which one can just sort of steal the limelight from the other.
This is gonna be a fight of the Jets, that's for sure. Both of these Jets being extremely potent and what they do, just fragging out of their minds. But Titan, he does spot out one member right outside of Garage. A Razor, he has such a forward position, and he gets that first initial kill of down on the Tito to take him out. But Titan, he answers back with his own, with a spam straight through the smoke, and goes down, taking us to a 4 versus 4. He takes it down into B, but Razor, he does not really have a favorable position in this situation, but he may just be able to get something out of it. But Pasha, with his beautiful Vandal spray, he's gonna be able to answer back. Titan gets a kill of his own as well. Don't forget, this was an eco round for the side of the attackers, I do believe. He's gonna try and get a kill, but he's not gonna be able to. Meow gets her own headshot to take it out, and Rio pops the Hunter's Fury. Take out one more, does a little bit of damage, forces them to just bring out their shields. But with only 25 HP, not much to do. He needs to go and die at the bare minimum to get that round loss bonus for himself. And a beautiful round indeed from the side of Aya Gaming, taking us to a 3-2 scoreline.
That spam from Titan so clutch because he was spamming at actually 2 people. He didn't know that, but we could see that. Spamming at both Razor and Ayan, able to get the kill on Ayan and make sure that he doesn't die at the hands of the Razor. One of the underrated benefits of using a Phantom, I would say, because the Phantom, unlike the Vandal, doesn't show the origin of the bullet, so it's much easier for you to stay safe when you're spamming through a smoke at another person, and he's able to pick up that kill, ensure that the rest of his teammates come through, push through for that retake, and secure that round. Now, Aya Gaming, for Reckoning, that was the eco, so they're gonna have to stay on their toes because Reckoning, now with the full buys, will be at full force looking to push through. You can see already, Reckoning Esports, they split themselves, they're looking for the picks. The spam coming through the window, tags one, but each other just going at them, nobody ends up going down. It's once again the teams is defaulting to their position, but it's really interesting setup for Aya Gaming. You can see they set up for purely C-long in terms of utility to allow for that double garage hold, but having seen no one onto garage, they're going for the C-long push now. This flank by Pokey could be devastating.
Here.
Could be devastating, or it could be a detriment to the side of the defense. We need to see what they will do, but it seems as though from the side of Reckoning, they're taking it a bit too slow. They want to go down onto the C side once again, but this time around, Ion, he does have an operator in his hand, so how will he go for the plan is the real question. They're playing it really slow, they're playing it smart. they're making
30
maybe
seconds
second
left.
guess themselves. But with that one recon ball, they know exactly what's up. They're gonna be going in for the B side execute, and Titan's already there with a spam, but Razor comes out on top in this engagement, being able to take him out with a well-placed headshot, and it's gonna be Ion with the operator as well, being able to take out Masha. This is the Ion that we know and love, ladies and gentlemen, with Razor with the spam once again. Razor, ever so consistent with his spray, goes down onto the C side, and with the plan going down as well, it's gonna be Reckoning with enough time to go in for the plan, forcing themselves into a retake scenario. Is gonna be Aya Gaming.
Now, Aya Gaming, they denied that C-Long angle because of the firewall, and now that Reckoning know exactly where they are, the flash is coming them to stop, the peak continuously from the operators, Tito and Pokey with nowhere to go, they try to push in, but they're running out of time, and a beautiful shot by Reckoning, they're leaving the site to go for the full wrap on all angles, CT and long, Razor now pushing it from the long, he's gonna have to push, he's gonna allow his teammates to start pushing it from CT, but Tito will get the first kill, Tito will get another, and now Tito and Pokey going for the kills, Razor he needs to get one, and
Oh my god!
the ultimate wrap-around flank for Reckoning Razor to secure that round, catches both Pokey and Tito to make it even. Hats off.
My god, Razor! He's so consistent today! He's always consistent, but he's on a different level today, ladies and gentlemen. You can see the Red Bull on the tables of Ion. They know what's up. My god, just look at that spray transfer coming out from this man. Absolutely beautiful 4K for the side of Razor. First of all, 2 smoke through kills, and then he just got a spray transfer kill on the 2 with well-placed headshots. Absolutely insane, Razor. Well-deserved round for the side of Reckoning. The way they did it was extremely close, so I have to give props to the side of defense as well, because they nearly pulled it off. They pulled off the impossible going down into a 2 versus 4, but then one smart play coming from the side of Razor just changed all of it.
Yeah, I mean, Tito with the heroics, right? Able to get the double kill onto Ion and another. Ion, even though he's holding the operator, Tito winning the duel, almost helping Aya Gaming secure the round. But Razor with the ultimate wraparound flank, Aya Gaming not expecting it at all. Pokey with his back turn trying to get the defuse, he gets caught out. But Tito as well, not able to win the subsequent duel, meaning Razor with the 4K and the run secured. That's what I was talking about in the round itself, right? I really like the idea of that full wraparound flank because you know you're gonna get continuously spammed through to C long. You know you just have to play for time, and you know that if you can just sort of back up into sight, hold that CT and garage angle, you can allow for that complete full long rotate for that Razor. So the fact that they played together as a team on that post plant, shifting it in the moments after they've already established their post plant situations, beautiful adaptability shown by Reckoning Esports.
It's a wonderful analysis coming out from you, CA. And that was like that play coming out from the side of Razor is so unexpected as well. Like, how do you exactly think about it? You normally would think that okay, the player's probably somewhere near garage. He's gonna do the wraparound from garage and then try to push us to get that spike plant down because the spike is not really planted for long, and that was the ultimate play. He played the mind games against them, as you stated, and in the following rounds, if Reckoning are constantly adapting in such a manner, they're gonna get the 1-up advantage against Aya, even if they pull off a lot of the heroics that we are seeing them pull off. And here is where I do believe the experience gap is coming in. Aya being one of the newer teams in comparison to the side of Reckoning, they're all a band of buddies together who have been playing since I do believe series 1 at this stage. And now that they're in the invitationals, they're pulling out the biggest strats that we have seen, and this is a side of Reckoning that we don't really often see, and it's a refreshing sight to see indeed.
Yeah, I think the idea ended up being that like when you have an operator on that post plant and you don't really want to peek that long angle, you let him go to CT and sort of force the retakers, the defenders, to funnel in themselves onto a particular angle on site, where Razor then on the flank can just sort of execute that complete pincer movement. Tito, he completely dismantled that. He destroyed the players on the garage and the CT area, pushing Razor into this almost impossible situation. But damn, I mean, Razor just on point, able to pull it through, finish off that round, and secure the even Stevens. Now, He had another small technical issue, but it's okay. We're back into that action. Pasha now, he's picked up the operator for himself. So that operator can be something to look out for. He's going for the aggressive garage peek, but hasn't found anything just yet. Instead, most of Reckoning, in fact, all of Reckoning now, with the exception of the Cypher, crowded onto this seaside area, looking for the fast execute with the help of the running back. And the running back is going to find a kill. Cloud with another and a beautiful execute for Reckoning Esports to get them seaside control.
Trist, I do believe, got caught with his pants down in that situation. Gets taken out. And he's slowly making his way down to the seaside to go in for a retake, but it's gonna be Ion being able to take him out with a well-placed operator shot, and here comes Titan with a jump set with the peaks, but Razor from the sidelines. He's only hitting headshots today with Clouda, his buddy, on his sidelines as well. All of the shots are being hit right now, ladies and gentlemen, and Reckoning Esports, they're on a 3-4 scoreline. And looking at the scoreboard, 10-4 for the side of Razor. He's having a really good day.
Yeah, Razor on point today. I mean, he's just popping off. He's already used, I think, his second running back of this map in just 7 rounds. And as people who continuously advocate for that recycling of the ult economy, I think both of us are just in love with the way he's been using that. Like, facilitating the strategy for the team on the basis of the ult. I think that's really what differentiates a good team from a great team.
Oh no. Oh, Chris, he's gonna be able to survive, but he may just get taken down. He takes out 2 before he goes down at the bare minimum. Taking us down to a 4 versus 3 retake scenario down in the seaside. I love the idea of the push, but it may just be dangerous. You're running into the crosshair vicinity of Iron with that operator. And now down to a 2 versus 4, ladies and gentlemen. Not much that the side of the defense can do, but try and go for those exit frags as they move forward into the next round.
Yeah, just Tito and Pokey left, and considering that this is the eco round for them, they're gonna have to try and push through. Tito, he's picked up a gun, so maybe he goes to the safe, but Pokey, with just the sheriff, will end up going down. That's Reckoning on the hunt, able to pick him up, and Tito realizes he doesn't have time, doesn't have any opportunities, just gonna end up pushing into this spike and suiciding to it. Tito going down, that's Reckoning with now a 2-round lead, as the gamble for the side of Aya really does not end up working out. They try to go for an aggressive push, but Reckoning just like waltz into seaside, leave Trist on that defensive lurk towards their spawn, and Trist with the heroics picking up that double, making sure that there is no way Aya able to get any sort of advantage on their gamble. Reckoning Esports now just steaming on all fronts.
Trist is one of those Sentinel players that we have seen just shine so much after he switched to the Sentinel role from his... I do believe he was playing the controller role back before. The way that he plays and the way he holds down sides is just absolutely incredible. And now that he's in such a position, he's able to go in for a lot of the plays. Like, whenever you play the Sentinel role, you can just do so much, but it seems as though Tito, he's gonna be popping the hell off. He takes 2 kills before going down, 19 HP. He's making it even on the board for both sides, 3 versus 3. It felt so one-sided initially with all of the kills coming out, 1 from Ion, 1 from Razor, but the Sova just eating up the playing field just a little bit more in Titan. He does have the Showstopper available, as well as the Hunter's Fury for the side of the defense. So what can they do is the real question. Ion pops out the Cloudburst. He's gonna be going in for the plant real soon. No one's going to be under heaven. They're all playing in for the retake scenario. Good use of the ultimate. The showstopper is still available. But Razor, he takes out Titan straight down into the side of heaven. A lot of damage is being done. The shock darts are coming out as well to see if he can stop them. Meow knows exactly where they are in this situation. Meow gets 1. Meow gets 2. She's gonna try to get the turn, but does not hit. Doesn't know exactly where Rio is in that situation, and she gets taken out. It's gonna be another run on the board for the side of Reckoning, taking us to a 6-3 scoreline.
Meow almost with the heroics, with the help of Tito's Hunter's Fury, pulling back that round. Just absolutely insane spray transfer here. I think we're gonna see it, but like, Wow, this paranoia
Right
first, then with the information coming out from that recombo, able to get the two
Right
kills,
here.
but I don't think she was expecting that wraparound from the other side. Instead, looking towards here, ends up getting caught out, and it's Reckoning actually to pick up that round, which once again changing up their strategy. Right, they went for a clean execute onto A, and
Deploying
just keep
drone.
surprising Aya Gaming again and again. And we talked about this. We talked about how the team with the better mind games, the team with the better initiative will end up having such a huge advantage in this map. And you can see Reckoning, slowly but surely, they're building just that. 3 rounds in the lead now. Gonna force Aya Gaming into another eco, a chance for them to take a 4-round lead. Now, Aya Gaming, they've lost one member, but they're not going to stop them from being proactive. This position for Rio, Tito, sorry, he'll pick up the first kill.
I know
Looking for more, is not going to find any. Instead, Tris with the trade, and now with the hack, gonna know exactly where everybody is. That's gonna allow the push for Reckoning Esports onto A side. It's gonna be up to Pasha to try find a play.
Oh, Pasha! That
player
was
standing.
disgusting, my dude! He gets a nice one dig straight on the Razor's head, and Clouda, though, he answers back with 2 of his own. He's gonna be able to get the kill, gets one of the pokies as well, jumping straight through the Cyber Cage. Absolutely nicely done for the side of the attackers. They take us to a 7-3 scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. Reckoning, the vengeance is sweet moving forward. A lot of damage is being done, a lot of strategy work as well. You can see all of the members talking about it. And it seems as though both sides, they're really serious. No fun in games whatsoever in the camps.
I mean, it is double elimination, but this is the lower end of that double elimination. So both of the teams really pushing for their tournament life on the line. And you can see that they are going to take it seriously because they have to make sure that they push forward. This is also a bit of a grudge match, since Aya Gaming was the team to rock Reckoning out in the TEC Challenger Series 5. So the loss for Reckoning very much alive in their minds, I think. And for Aya Gaming a chance to really prove that consistency. But Reckoning, they're the ones who look stronger today. Clouda with the first blood, the third run it back with that seaside execute to really allow for an easy push. But this time Aya, they're ready. They've got the trades and they're now moving forward with their own ultimates, the lockdown and the showstopper to get the trades back in their favor. Now 3v2, Aya, they just need to get the defuse.
They're gonna try to get the defuse for Razor. He has such a beautiful flag, but he gets the volley in his hand in the wrong situation. He's not gonna be able to get that kill for Rio. He gets the 1 kill on the pokies, but with the spike halfway done, he doesn't know exactly that it's half done, and he gets taken out. The spike has been defused, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be another round on the board for the side of Aya Gaming. That would have been such a beautiful flag coming out from the side of Razor, but the volley coming out in his hand. He gets caught off guard and with a wall bang kill to boot. It's gonna be another round on the board for the side of Aya Gaming, taking us to a 4-7 scoreline. And if Aya Gaming really wanna go in for the comeback when it comes to their attacking half, they need to try and get this last round. Take it to a 7-5 scoreline. Make sure they have that wiggle room, even if they lose that pistol round moving forward, to make it even once again.
Yeah, now with this last round, Aya Gaming, if they're able to pick up that round, they will feel much more comfortable with that position because 8-4, while it's a decent score, it's much harder with that specific composition that Aya have to pull off the comeback. Off wasn't off in the garage, neither will find the shot. Instead, both just will take themselves, take their operators in mid position.
Okay.
Once again, now Garage to mid battle, this time it's Pasha. Make sure he lands a shot, wins the battle, pulls out his blaze stomp, but is revealed now. Did also get flash, so he'll have to make sure he backs up the grenade from Titan though. Will clear some pressure off of Pasha, allow him to reposition back to Garage and push Razor back into this site. A lot of noise made onto mid. Now a slow push for Reckoning Esports onto A, but the utility already ready for Pokey. He's ready to hold down the site, prevent any sort of site take for Reckoning Esports.
They're holding down the sidelines really well, but with an A-side execute in the fruition for the side of Reckoning, they have the recon bolt enabled as well, so they know exactly where they're at. Pokies, he gets headshot straight through the
30
smoke.
seconds left.
He's not really having a good day, it seems. He's getting quite unlucky in a lot of these engagements,
planted.
and we can all see that, but still at the same time, the shock darts are gonna be coming on in. Wow, gets sacked to very little HP. Doesn't really have a lot to work with, but Razor once again with a runaround flag. But Tito, he knows exactly what's up this time. He's gonna be able to get that kill down on the Razor. No, not gonna happen twice, he says. As a recall's gonna be coming on down. The defense, they're gonna be rushing down into the sideline. Titan gets one, Rio gets one of his own. Pasha, he's gonna be able to answer back on the Tristan. Titan with the last kill as well, straight on the Clouda. He didn't know which side to look at with all of the footsteps coming out. Ion Gaming, they take us to a 5-7 scoreline, and they have a fighting chance moving forward into their attacking half.
Clean retake for Aya Gaming. Tito expecting that Razor flag. He's like, fool me once, sure. Fool me twice, not happening, bro. Able to make sure that there is no really surprise for Aya Gaming. And then with his recon bolt coming back of cooldown, setting up the rest of his team in Titan and their teammates in Mia to be able to push in for that retake with the information available. Tito has been absolutely brilliant today. Really playing that support role to perfection, right? Continuously setting up his teams for the plays they want to make. Continuously helping his team find the key advantages that they're able to use to clear out the rounds. Tito, he's going to be really important for them in the second half as well, because with no flash, every piece of utility going to be really important. It's all about the aggressive side take now, and you can see they're already positioned for it. 3 members towards that garage area, the rest towards that C-long. They're going in for that full push. The turret set down for the shorty lying in wait for Ayan. He finds one in the back of a Razor. Goes down another. Clouda with the third. The pistol round going heavily in favor remaining.
I got it.
God, that's an absolute bloodbath, and the positioning coming out from the side of Reckoning was absolutely beautiful. The way they held down the garage angle was insane as well. Razor, he took first contact. Immediately, he made sure that he was going to be the person to get caught by the boom bot, so everyone's going to be looking straight at him. They're not going to be checking the left side. They're not going to be checking the left side of the corner of the garage, and this allowed Ion to get the first initial kill off, get a lot of chip damage on the Titan, and then going for the dash out, allowing Razor to go for that kill, and then an immediate peek down into C-long to get the last 2 remaining kills with the flash being present as well. Very good utility usage coming up from the side of Reckoning as they hold on the pistol round. And here is where having that extra DOA is going to be helping, but a heavy stack down onto the B side, it seems, but Pasha, he doesn't know where to look at, and Razor, he gets 2 kills. He pulls out his knife and be like, I'm gonna cut someone open, but it seems as though not really gonna happen at this point. And with his last dying breath, is able to take out Razor at least before he goes down. A beautiful round coming out from the side of Reckoning. Would have been a flawless round if, you know, it's like that. I'm gonna be taking you out no matter what happens.
Yeah, Tito with that dying breath, shock dart, able to pick up a kill, but it's Reckoning able to secure the anti-eco round in their favor, make sure that the lead very much present. And now with Ayan, I think he went for the save, will be able to get the operator. Yeah, Ayan with the operator, making sure that he gets that in his hands as soon as possible, because they want to close out this map ASAP. Not make sure that Aya, they don't have any momentum in their favor. But for Aya, this is the buy round. This is the chance to push through, and they're going to look to do just that. Now splitting themselves up, leaving that killjoy on the lurk as they look to try to take a long control. They know that the operator is here, but they're still choosing to peek. And Ayan able to take down Tito. He's also spotted this fight now, going to force all of Aya Gaming to walk into his crosshairs one by one like a goose hunt. He's going to pick them off.
You do not peek Iron's operator. This is something that has been proven over and over again, especially with Razor, his body being straight at his back. When these two are together, they're an unstoppable force. But it seems as though Trist, he didn't get the memo in that situation, trying to hold on to that angle for just a little too long, and that is where the damage was done. Trist loses his life, but still, only 2 members are remaining for the side of the defense. What can they do is the real question. The attackers, they're gonna be hounding them in very slowly.
Last player standing.
Their side where Razor, he gets that first initial kill off. What can Meow do? Not much, because she needs to start backing off
30 seconds left.
As the defenders have all of the angles covered. They're gonna be pushing Meow real soon, and Razor with the flick shot is gonna be able to clean her up, taking us to a 10-5 scoreline. And with this round win, there's not really a lot of credits to work with for the side of the attackers.
The critical errors for Gaming, I think, because He missed his first shot. They were able to dodge it out. As soon as you get the information that the operator there, you have to call for the smokes from your controller so you can safely get out of there. Because peeking any operator when you know that the operator there, not a great idea. Peeking Ion's operator, not a good idea whatsoever. And Aya Gaming going for those peaks just get denied. And Ayan now with the prediction shot, even through the smokes, able to find a kill, allow Razor to go for this aggressive push. And you talked about this aggressive, like the dynamic duo of Razor and Ayan, they've been functioning so well together. From the first round where Razor set up Ayan's position to now Ayan covering for Razor's pushes, reckoning extremely strong on all fronts, and Aya just not able to make their composition.
One enemy remaining.
Maybe speaking a little bit too soon, but at the same time, maybe not, because more defenders are gonna be alive. Meow gets that one kill on the Triss, but Razor is there to clean it up. It's gonna be another defensive round win for the side of Reckoning Esports as they're looking to close it out on a 5-11 scoreline. And CA, this is where they need to start fighting. This is where the comeback needs to happen, because you do not want to fight for that overtime, especially when you're on a 5-11 scoreline, because that is a long road ahead. A lot of rounds you need to win consecutively. The pressure is gonna be building up, and when you have that little bit of leeway, when you can give yourself the relief that, hey, we still have one more round to go, even if we lose something, you play a little bit better. But the pressure is still there. You need to start winning, and you need to start winning now.
They did go for the eco in the last round, Aya Gaming, so they have the full buys here. So as you said, they need to start here, and this is the perfect position to be able to sort of set up some sort of comeback. But Razor with this spam, he's already picked up one. Pasha able to trade him out, and the Hunter's Fury coming out from Tito to enable the seaside push, but all of Reckoning already ready inside. Triss waiting in the cage for someone to show up. He's gonna find one. Ayan with the operator will find the spike carrier, and that's a 2-agent lead, and the spike in their hands. All of Aya Gaming now just left stranded in no man's land. It's gonna be up to Meow. She has a beautiful flank. If she can find these 2 kills, she would just put Aya Gaming back in the tracks to be able to
Last
pull out
player
this round.
standing.
But Meow going down is Reckoning for match.
Sky is like, we are talking about Razor a lot, yeah, but you
Match
need
point.
to give him the spotlight. Razor and Triss are absolute mad lads. Triss with a beautiful play. He turned on his cyber cages, went inside of them, played for the sound cues. He knew for a fact that the Killjoy was on his right side, knowing for the fact that Killjoy shot with a Vandal. And there is no other place that the Killjoy can go to. Her, waited for the sounds of her equipping the molly and then starting to throw it, goes in for the peek. While Razor, the absolute madman, he's like coming from CT with the run it back. He just runs on in, clears out Pasha, and then just keeps on walking into garage, giving no damns about the Killjoy on his right side. The team play and communication coming out from the side of Reckoning. Absolutely incredible with the flash peek. Razor, this is giving me drone vibes from the side of TSM in the NA region, and it seems as though Meow is gonna be able to take. She's gonna be able to take out Ayan at the bare minimum. Pasha slowly backing his way up to see if he can go in for a refrag, but it seems like it's not gonna be happening just yet. 4 versus 4 is the situation for both sides. Who will be coming out on top? Aya Gaming with just a little bit more time to go in for a possible comeback, or Reckoning to close out the first map.
Now, 4v4 on the map. You can see Aya Gaming, they've done a huge push with Pokey taking control of this B-side area. He's going to tell his team to come in right now. And Meow picking up that kill towards A-Long. Even though she ends up getting traded out, a lot
planted.
of noise made by her and a lot of time bought by her to allow her team in Aya Gaming to get this plant through. Now with this Killjoy utility setup, Pokey just needs to survive. And Titan with this off angle standing on top of the B backside, able to get those
One
kills,
enemy remaining.
make sure that they don't walk into them. Pokey and Pasha will finish it off, and Titan and Meow. Meow first making so much noise in that A side, and then Titan using his blast packs to get himself on top and just surprise the attack defenders on the retake, get those couple kills, make sure that Aya Gaming is still very much alive in this one.
They're taking the fight and they are fighting hard. Good map control being established by their side. This is what we want to see. If you want to go in for the rotations, if you want to go in for those fakes, make sure you have one person at the bare minimum taking proper map control. This will allow you to go in for a lot of the rotation plays, plant at B, plant at C, while having all of the audio cues being available to you so you can make the proper rotations. Pokies did just that, making sure that he was going to be able to take out the entirety of the B side for himself and then call in his team as
Spike's
needed. But at the same time, Razer,
You should run.
I wonder who is the attacker at this point here, Razer or the entirety of Aya Gaming?
That's the key advantage of the Phoenix, right? Because you can play him so flexibly. You can play him in an attacking manner almost, using those flashes to really get those pockets to control. But it's Aya Gaming. They've come out with the double kill and they've got side control towards the A side. But Ayan with the aggressive push gets that kill and drops the spike. So even though they have side control at A, they can't really get the spike planted. They have to walk into Ayan, and he's being backed up by Tris now. Back to back, these two players set up. It's Rio on that CT side.
Oh
He'll
my
find the first
God.
kill. Now Rio with the recon board. He's hunting down Titan. He's gonna take him down. And
One
Pasha
enemy remaining.
able to take down Ayan though. Now it's gonna be
Shot
up to
down.
Tris and Rio to finish off this round. The spike in their
30
hands.
seconds left.
You can see already Tris and Rio, both of them just gonna reposition themselves. They know Tito is gonna
I
making
have the
his
spike.
way towards spike, but they also know that this time is running down. So Tito is gonna have to play into their hands, and Tito gonna do
Deploying
just
drone.
that. Now aggressively pushing onto this seaside, looking for the plant. The drone setup will spot him out, but Tito he went
10
for the fake. He
seconds
needs to get the plant
left.
through.
No,
So we're
no.
not enough time, and the drone spotting him out. The Hunter's Fury will take him
Defenders
down.
win.
Trist on the back end actually will get the kill. But Trist and Rio, it was them. And you can see already the fist bumps coming through. Reckoning Esports with map 1.
A beautiful play coming up from the side of Reckoning. They played that so well. And the aggression, that's what I love to see on the map of Haven. You can be so aggressive when you're on the defensive side. And this is where the real fun is. Because with that Phoenix, you can just play it so hard and go deep into the enemy backlines. And Ion, following his own teammates' footsteps, following the calls, just goes straight in, finds a kill on Meow. And that is an absolutely unexpected thing to do. When will defenders ever just push out of window, go into your own spawn, take out your spike carrier, and then just hold it like that? That is a level of strategy that only Reckoning can pull off in a lot of these scenarios, and that is something that I love to see.
Lost a couple of numbers, able to find that kill, secure that round. Let's take a quick look at the LG Ultragear match highlights. Really talk about what went wrong for Aya Gaming there, and where Reckoning, especially Razer and Ayan, that dynamic duo of duelists, able to find such a huge advantage for their team. I think starting us off like that last round, it's exactly as you said. You don't expect that push from Ayan at all, especially since he's carrying the operator. Like a B window push when your two players have just gone down towards A, knowing that the rest of their team on the attacker is going to be rotating onto A, very, very, very risky for the defenders always. With the operator, it's just like, no, there's no way you're expecting that. But doing it with the confidence of that player that is Ayan, knowing that if he gets one kill, he's gonna set up a huge flank for his team. Not only does he get one kill, but getting the knowledge of that spike being dropped, just setting up that entire round for Reckoning Esports. 13-5, Reckoning just absolutely dominant in this map 1. Now gonna go to map 2 to try and finish this off. I will say about Aya Gaming though, they had moments, right, where they looked really strong, but I feel like in every single one of those moments where they were able to find, like in this round that we're seeing on the replay, for example, Tito finding the double kills, he ended up getting outplayed by the pure mind games of Reckoning Esports, and that's where I'm gonna look to Aya to see if they can reset their mental, come back into the next game and find their own mind games, because in such a high stakes match, in a top 8 section of a tournament, you want to make sure that you are absolutely on point with your decisions and your calls, because otherwise the other team will just start to build up this advantage and snowball out in your favor.
Completely agree with you on that, especially Reckoning. You cannot give this team a lot of momentum. If you give them momentum, that is where you are making the biggest mistake. They're a team, as soon as they have one round in their favor, they're gonna snowball it down into multiple different rounds. And moving forward into this next map, I really do hope to see that Aya, they bring out a much more different strat book. I want to see them try and make themselves a bit more dynamic instead of being static. It felt as though the entirety of Aya, they were just playing by the book, not really a lot of creativity in the way they wanted to do a lot of the attacks. Like, for example, as you're planting the spike down in B, you could have just gone outside, played on the outskirts of B, playing near window, playing near garage, taking control over C link, and then playing from those angles instead when you go in for the B plans, as we saw the entirety of Reckoning do. All of those factors need to be coming into play as we're moving forward into the next map. And hopefully we're gonna be seeing something different coming out from both sides.
Yeah, definitely. I think we do see sometimes teams start a little slower, and that's why a best of three is so suited for such close matches because it gives teams a chance to really pull it back in map two. We'll have to see if Reckoning can really push through their confidence because right now Razor literally looked on fire in that map, and going into the next map, he's gonna be on his Jigglypuff agent, and he's gonna be literally just dominating on all fronts. So, yeah, they need to find a way to put that Razor to a stop. For now, we're going to go set up for map 2. In the meantime, you can check out the links in the description below for some amazing sales just set up for you. And make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you're able to catch all the action brought to you by the Esports Club. We'll set up for map 2 and see you really soon for this matchup in the LG Ultragear TEC Valorant Invitational Tournament really soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Valorant Invitational Tournament. We're here back for map 2 between Reckoning Esports and Aya Gaming. I'm C and I'm joined by Aggressive on the desk. And Aggressive, map 1 was a dominant show, particularly from Razor to help Reckoning secure that win. Now, going on to map 2, we can only wonder what's going to happen. Let's take a quick look at the map screen. And I want to ask you, Aggressive, Ascent. This is where Razor pulls out his raise. Is there any chance for Aya to pull it back?
If he's gonna be playing his Jigglypuff playstyle, I think it's gonna be pretty difficult. We all know and love Razor's movement. Razor, probably in my eyes, is one of the best movement players I have seen in this entire tournament. I do believe the way he moves around the map and how he actually uses his aim in coordination to his movement is just absolutely incredible. And as we are talking about that, we are gonna be seeing the Killjoys being present, but at the same time, now is where the real question is going to be coming in. Are we going to be seeing a Brimstone, or are they going to be playing the usual Omen composition? Not really anything special yet on our screens just yet, but it seems the Clouder, he is gonna be locking in the Omen instead. No Brimstone's coming around. It's gonna be a little while before we do see that big bad boy popping up. But Razor, now is where the real question is gonna start. Will he be picking the Raze? Or yep, as we see it,
Yeah,
he has
I think
picked his Raze.
I think like Haven being one of Brimstone's best maps now, like since we didn't see him on Haven at all, we can just sort of sign off Brimstone at least for the next couple of days till people really get used to the Molly lineups, to the one-way smokes of Brimstone, and really just sort of understand the agent as a whole. Because I think it's been a solid few months since anybody has played Brimstone like at all. So they're gonna stick to what's comfortable for them now. But I'm sure, like, give them a few days of practice and they'll come back with a bang. So for now, it's just going to be standard compositions of both the teams. Mia, you can see her prepping herself up, just getting into the groove. She's going to be one to keep her eye on because she was really good in map 1, but she wasn't that explosive Mia potential that we have seen from her before. So I'm going to see if she can just pop off in map 2. Now for Reckoning, it's as we talked about, Razor on that race. Both the teams are the exact same composition though, so I especially like this on Ascent because I think Ascent is one of those perfectly neutral maps in esports tournaments, considering that it's not necessarily defense sided or attack sided. It purely comes down to how a team likes to play and where they like to find their comfort. It's Aya Gaming starting on the attack, Reckoning Esports on the defense. Mid control is the name of the game for Aya.
Okay.
It's gonna be the name of the game as they're gonna be starting to make the push on in. No bodies have been dropped just yet. As the side of Reckoning, they're wanting to play it for the reject scenario, but Razor, he may just be able to catch up multiple people. He's gonna be going in for the pick, and he's gonna be able to find two of his own. While Ion is gonna be able to get one of the sidelines as well. Shrest with a classic right click, even after the nerves ever so potent to take anyone out in the pistol rounds with only just one burst. And the first pistol round goes in the favor of Reckoning Esports. They countered the aggression from the side of Aya Gaming so well in that scenario.
Yeah, like the grenade first to do a bunch of damage and then leaving the site to push into that B main and BCT area, then coming together for the peak, able to just get multiple kills, just slaughter all of Aya Gaming, pick up the round for themselves. It's Reckoning Esports once again winning pistol rounds. They won both of the pistol rounds in the first map too. So they're just continuing on that same note. Now I am with the eco, going for the eco rush, but the Spectre for Rio pulls out the classic 2. It got nerfed recently, but Rio don't care. Flawless round for Reckoning Esports.
That's gotta hurt. That was just an absolute mow down. It seems like a throwaway round for the side of Aya Gaming. But still, here is where the real change is about to start. The Byron is going to be coming out for their side. And now is a do or die situation because Reckoning Esports, they now have 2 rounds on the board. You give them that 3rd round, you're going to get forced onto another eco, and it's just another throwaway round. And the cycle is just going to keep on repeating because Ayani now has his operator, and now it's going to be even more difficult for the side of Aya Gaming to come back on this.
Well, you can see, Reckoning Esports, like for them, this round is basically a free round. They're just going to carry over the Spectres. It's only going to be Ayan with the operator, with the investment. So all of Reckoning, they're going to try to do as much damage as they can. And already Razor with the aggressive mid push, picking up a kill, dropping that spike carrier and getting the information for his team. But Meow, I told you to keep your eyes on her. She's doing really well, able to deny that main push from Reckoning Esports, pick up one person, take out Ayan, and now try to push through on this mid side. They've taken mid side
I have
control,
spike.
but with all of Reckoning waiting on this catwalk area, this could be disaster for Aya Gaming. They're gonna commit onto the city. Pasta opening is Pasta able to find a kill for
Last
Cloud
player
gets two,
standing.
and Reckoning just demolish Aya Gaming.
They're gonna be able to get the
Ball coming back.
knowledge down and see that the Bogies! He calls back his bot, but Rio's right there on the crossfire angle to take him out as he tries to go in for the rotation. And already we are seeing so much momentum being gained by the entirety of Reckoning. Now they have 3 rounds on the board. The 4th round soon to go in their favor, I do believe, as it is an eco round for the side of Aya Gaming, but we cannot count them out just yet, as we've seen their potency with those sheriffs. And now is where the real changes is about to begin, because a 3 with a 3-0 scoreline moving forward is just gonna get even more difficult. And just as I said, it's gonna be Ayan getting that first initial pick off as well.
Yeah, Ayan with the operator able to get one and then do the wall bang through those boxes to set up Rio for that shot dart kill. Picks up a second eco round for Aya already in tatters. Reckoning just being extremely confident with their approach and their peaks and able to translate them into kills, meaning they're constantly getting an advantage. Now Reckoning, you saw Razor with the wall bangs almost tagging Pasha out, but did not get any. Instead, he's just gonna start pushing in. He's looking for Pasha, but with Triss taking him down, Razor,
One
he's gonna
enemy
be
remaining.
left.
Team
Clouda will
ace.
find another and a team ace for Reckoning
Now that was a
Esports.
work of art.
4-0 on the scoreline. A dominant map 1, maybe setting us up for a dominant map 2.
Positioning coming out from the entirety of Reckoning is just absolutely incredible. You can see Razor just holding down the fort down onto mid while he has one of his teammates watching down from the side of short. Even from the side of A main, there is one person always being stationed on every part of the map, and they're not really even peeking. They're not even really making a rotation call to go to any of the sidelines that their teammates have hold. Even if a pick has occurred, one teammate is close by. Let's say the person from A main dies. The person from A short can just come in, go in for the backup, while the person in mid can push up just a little bit more to take control over the short sideline as well as the mid sidelines. All of these factors are coming into play. The way that they're positioning, they're always there to go in for the reflex, and Clouda gets the timing shot on the Titan, takes him out. Pasha goes in for the 3. He's gonna be able to take out Clouda, but Iron comes in from the side of CT to take him out. And a beautiful round indeed coming out from every single one of the members from the side of Reckoning. Triss chimes in with his own kill as well, taking us to a 5-0 scoreline, and it seems as though the entirety of Aya Gaming, they're just so lost. They don't know where to turn or how to engage any of the strategic lineups that the entirety of Reckoning has set up for them.
Turn out.
Definitely, right?
Placing
Reckoning,
swarm
they're
grenade.
very decisive
Placing
with how
swarm
they want to
grenade.
approach the map, and
Alarm
that
bot
decisiveness is really giving them a huge edge. What I want to see from Aya Gaming, though, is try to just spread yourselves out. Keep a couple of players on the lurk on one particular area. You can do this on B main. Allow yourself to go for an aggressive push. Find the picks, and then look for mid control on the basis that don't even push into side.
Get out of my
Knowing
way.
that Reckoning, they are continuously, as you said, just pushing those flank lines, trying to find those advantages. Already you can see a B-main push coming out for Ayan with the operator looking for the pick. He spotted out Pokey, but this push punished by Aya Gaming. Titan able to pick up a kill. Rio, he did find a trade though, but the operator being down, absolutely humongous. So now Aya Gaming can look to translate that into a side push. But this is why I said I'm not so sure about a side push. Once you get a pick, you have to try to take mid control because they're gonna walk into that killjoy. This utility might destroy Aya Gaming.
Doesn't look too good down into the map lines, and Titan, he's gonna be fighting over pin more than he can chew. He gets sacked down to 61 HP, he goes on the turret. No one's taking the turret out. Titan, he just may fall to the turret itself. But he's able to survive, but with only 25 HP and a dream, it's gonna be Triss making the push, but he's not gonna be able to get a single kill off just yet. With the ultimate coming out from the side of Razor as well. Razor not connecting with the showstopper, and 4 members being alive for the side of the attack may just be such a problematic thing. Knows for a fact that 2 people are sitting down on the other side of Evan. Razor going in for the spam, but it's not gonna be able to find anyone just yet. Rio with the operator. They're probably opting for a save at this point, or they need to go in for a try real soon because time is gonna be running out, ladies and gentlemen. Recons have been taken out as well. They Tito, he gets one on the Razor, and with the spam, there's not much that the side of the defense can do. As Team Reckoning, they're going to be sent running a beautiful side execution coming out from the side of Aya Gaming to dodge out all of the ultimates being popped and all of the utility being used by the entirety of the side of the defense. Absolutely incredible run coming out from them.
Thought that turret, it took out like what 75 HP from Titan. Nobody was taking that turret down. I thought that turret might just end up being the MVP of the round. Instead, it was all the players of Aya Gaming, but Meow as well, backing her teammates up, taking that Killjoy down, and making sure that the side push on point. Titan with the explosive push, able to clear off the side, allow for the spike to be planted, and then ensure they hold on to pick up a round for themselves. A really important round as well, because now they have a chance to really stop this lead for Reckoning in its tracks, deny any sort of momentum. But Reckoning, they're gonna switch up their own strategy. They're going for this aggressive mid-control push. They don't want to take any chances. They want to make sure that the game very much in their hands. But this might end up backfiring for them because it's only Pokey there towards that mid-B side, and he's backing up on time, ensuring that he doesn't get caught out. All of Reckoning now in this mid area, 3 members, nobody really defending A, and that's exactly where Aya Gaming will have their sight set on. The ultimate coming out from the side of Aya Gaming, from the shadows to get them the site entry, and now it's going to be Tito pushing in, looking for the plant. They have the Killjoy ultimate as well. They see but Ayan with the operator
Spike
shot,
planted.
he's going to find one. And now the Killjoy ultimate set up, but the retake on the cards for Reckoning Esports.
Retake is very much possible, but a lot of timing being wasted as well because of the ultimate coming out from the side of Pokey. So lockdown wasting a good bit of time, and they need to go in for the retake. Real soon. There's no checking his corners. That was Macha's gonna get that first kill. He's gonna be looking for a second, but Cloud he's gonna be taking him out with a well placed headshot. Rio takes down 2 as well. And from the sidelines, it's only gonna be Tito straight under the side of Heaven. Not much that he can do as the knives are gonna be coming out. And ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be another round on the board for the side of the defense. And Reckoning, they take us to a 6-1 scoreline.
This is where like the issue shows about going for the same side 2 rounds in a row against a team that is really just very confident right now as Reckoning Esports is, because they understand when the A side push comes down, when the lockdown goes down, they just need to play defensively, try to get as many picks as they can, but play on the edges in a way you make sure that the time not given for the attackers in Aya Gaming to get into their favorite post-round positions, the Killjoy not given the time to set up a utility, and an easy retake, because when you don't have those secured post-round positions, and when the defenders are the ones with the initiative on the retake, it becomes very simple to go for those multi-man peaks and find those kills for yourself. Execute the retake. Ayan now once again, B-main push. They're going to tease him and test him, and he's going to take them down one by one. Pasha, he missed his off shot, and he thought he could push Ayan back with that smoke. But Ayan, he's going to hear that drone, wanted to go for the forward push, but the drone will stop him on that and make sure that he backs up. Now Ayan, he's just going to hold down B-main. The Killjoy holding down A. Aya Gaming, they have to take mid control if they have a chance of pulling back this round.
You know what I love about the side of Reckoning? The way that Razor always is present to back up Ayan. There is no situation where I have seen where Razor doesn't push when Ayan is holding down an angle with the operator. He himself will go check out that angle for Ayan, and even if he dies, he trusts his teammates so much that he doesn't even care about what happens to him as long as the trade happens through. And Ayan is one of those players that is going to be able to get that trade. This level of trust coming out from the side of Reckoning is just absolutely incredible to see. And absolutely beautiful as well. This is the amount of team play that we want to see coming out from the top teams when it comes to Valorant. But now this time around, Razor needs to hit a shot. Razor hits everything! Razor! This guy is just cutting through the entirety of Aya Gaming. But Tito, he's answering back with his own calling. He gets one on the cloud of a Razor with a well-placed headshot. He's just taking them out systematically, breaking them down one person after the next, and it seems as though Aya, they have no answer to the rampaging menace that is Razor.
The way he is able to hold down that sightline, just going for the small peak, right? In a way, making sure that he is the one who gets the first sight of their heads, and then using the grenade to flush them either forward or back into that utility. Razor is picking up multiple kills and finishing off that round with his triple, as you saw, to make it 9-3 and 4 for him on the scoreline and 7-1 lead for Reckoning Esports.
God.
They keep going for these duels with Ayan, but Ayan just destroying them again and again. Picks up that kill, will take down Pasha, and now
Oh my
Reckoning.
God.
What an aggressive push by Razor. Take him mid control. He'll find one. He'll find another. Reckoning just absolutely destroying Aya Gaming on every single possible way.
My bad.
Flawless
My bad.
round indeed. Razor,
My bad.
he's on fire today and he's feeling it. You can see him dancing. You can see him dancing on the screen. Literally, I wish we had his cam to see his reaction. He's probably dancing
My
in
bad.
real life as well. But still, absolutely incredible. The sprayed outs, the headshots. And I do believe that the entirety of Aya, they're feeling the pressure. They're feeling the pain that Razor is bringing to them.
On the cams, Ayan just switching out his scan because he was done with the one. You can see why he plays shots, right? He's getting the wings from there, making sure that he's stocked up. Ayan on point here, 8-1, and Aya Gaming, they picked up one round because of their creativity. They tried to switch something up and find their advantage there, but they're not able to do so again because once again it's continuously Reckoning with the push, right? Reckoning being with the proactive initiative and Reckoning finding the leads. This time though, Meow able to punish the aggressive push. She picks up one, but Clouda already taken so much control, takes her down and barely survives that offshot from Pasha. Full A-side control for Reckoning, meaning they know that it's either mid or B from Aya Gaming, and that's exactly where they are. Poki is taking mid control, will take down Rio here, and a huge mid push from Poki will facilitate this B-side control. It's gonna be up to Ayan to hold it down, but he's revealed. He's gonna get hit with the Hunter's Fury. Ayan with not much where to go. He's still gonna find a kill though.
Ion with his last dying breath is able to get one more kill for his team before he does go down. Trist has spotted. Poki's making a run for it deep into the back of side. But now a lot of information has been given away. The defense knows exactly where the last three remaining members of the attack are. They're all down in the sidelines. Not still goes in for the smoke, but Titan with that operator, he's holding down the CT angle. Clouda, he needs to try and make a run for it, I do believe, or he can go in for the try. They have a lot of money to work with. They have money to just throw around everywhere at this point. So he's holding out. He's waiting for the exit frags to hurt the economy of Aya a little bit more, because I do believe even if they win this round, they're not gonna have a lot of money to buy moving forward.
Poki with a really nice mid push, taking so much control for his team and getting that kill onto Rio, really surprising him, able to get the operator and the round for themselves. They did expend a decent bit of utility though, so now they're gonna have to rely on their pure aims, try to win the duels to pull back this, try to get to magic number 4 and push forward with that momentum on that comeback. I think Aya Gaming, they've displayed enough to us in the past to tell us that they're very much capable of it, and if you can just sort of knock Reckoning down a notch, just make sure that the momentum not as strong as it is now, maybe you can pull it back. But Razor, he has the showstopper ready, he's going for the push, but Tito able to find him before he goes down, meaning the showstopper traded for a 1-for-1 kill. That's, I think, pretty good for Aya Gaming. They will be not necessarily happy, but definitely content with the way that trade ended up going out. Now they're going to try to use the operator cover from Pasha on that mid catwalk area to allow Poki to once again go for his push. Meow, looking towards the east side, will punish Ayan, and I really like this from Aya. They're understanding what the tendencies of Reckoning are and punishing them for it, slowly but surely stealing away the momentum back in their favor.
They're doing just that, and this is why you never want to crouch when holding those operator angles, because when you crouch, your body model does get a lot bigger, exposing yourself to multiple different angles in those kind of situations, and giving the peeker, being Meow in this case, the advantage to see you in those kind of scenarios. Here's where the damage is gonna be done, but Titan, oh my god, he just got that flick down onto Tristan's head, and he's gonna be able to take him out with a well-placed headshot. Really nicely done from him, leaving Rio and Clouda to go in for this retake scenario. They still have a lot of time to work with, so just seeing what they can find. Knows for a fact that one person is probably down near B main.
Scanning
So
ahead.
the arrow's gonna be coming out. No one's down at Speedway, they know that much. But with 3 members down in the side, Rio, he has his work cut out for him. 2 members in the back outside. They're gonna be doing some damage, but Pasha is gonna be able to take him out. Pokey takes down Colado from the side of B main. It's gonna be another really good attack
Last
coming
round
out
in the
from the side
half.
of the attackers. And here is where CA, they wanna try and get this to an 8-4 scoreline to make their defense really strong. Both teams have the exact same composition, so it really depends on if the side of Aya Gaming can actually hold down the defense as strong as Reckoning Esports.
Yeah, I mean, to do that, they need to try and push through this round though. So before we get there, let's keep our eyes here. Hope that Aya Gaming able to pick up this round to allow them a significant like base, a foundation, you know, to make sure that they're able to find that comeback in the next. You can see Reckoning though, they're going for the aggressive push once again. They've been punished for this in the past few rounds, but they're still going to choose to go it, and that's where you can see the confidence for their team. Ayan and Razor just waiting in that A-main area,
You
waiting
should
for a
run.
push, knowing that as soon as Ayan gets a peek, he's gonna take a shot and dash out and
There.
allow Razor to go for the secondary peek. But Aya, all of them, they're onto this B-side area. The Killjoy lockdown going down, but Rio, he has his Hunter's Fury, using it really nicely to trade ultimate for ultimate. No territory gain for Aya whatsoever, so they have to go onto that A side. It's Ayan getting that first peek, will pick up a kill, dashed away, and now Razor, you're not expecting him in the winery at all. Picks up another, gives a huge advantage to Reckoning Esports. They're gonna hold it down. Once again, force Aya Gaming to reevaluate the position, change up their strategy.
They don't have any map control whatsoever once again because of the Killjoy lockdown being popped down into the B side. They're forced down onto A. They know exactly where Aya Gaming are. They're gonna be coming on in. The showstopper has been mobbed to do a little bit of damage, but Ion and Razor, they're holding down all of the sidelines. Tito, he answers back with his own calling. He's gonna be able to get one on a Razor at the bare minimum, but he's on his lonesome down in this 1 versus 3. Everyone's gonna be hounding him. Positions have been found. Powder with the jiggles as well. He's gonna be able to take out Tito, and with the strategizing
sides.
happening in the background and the fist bumps coming in from all of the members, you can see them being happy at them growing their wings with the Red Bull as they're moving forward. And now, first half is going to be over, and here is where the defensive half for the side of Aya Gaming is about to start. And they need to win this pistol round. CA, I don't think I need to tell you how important this pistol round is to win for their side.
Yeah, this pistol round extremely important because this is why the 9-3, the 10-2, the 11-1 even, or even the 12-0, like any scoreline besides the A4, like after the A4 becomes very hard for the team that is in the lower part, because if you lose the pistol round, you get put in a position where in that 11th round or in that 10th round, you have to choose to either go for the forced buy or put yourself in a situation where the comeback difference is just absolutely humongous. So now Aya Gaming, they need to start off their defensive side really, really strong. They need to make sure that they're the ones taking the charge from the very front here, so they have all the room they can get when it gets to those buy rounds. You can see Reckoning though, a very interesting approach. Mid held by their Killjoy in Trace. The rest of them going for the A side push. Now Poking, he's going for the full flank through B. He wants to get the kills while all of Aya push in. Poking, he'll find the kill, and Pasha with 2 more. It's Aya with the kills, denying the side push, able to make sure they have a 2-man advantage.
Get all the advantages in their favor, but still Clouder and Rio, these two are an extremely dangerous pair. Rio, he does spot out one, spots up one person at the bare minimum, but with 3 members now storming down into the side of heaven, they're testing their chances. They're waiting for the recon bolt.
Revealing area. There they are.
But at the same time, it's gonna be Rio getting that first initial kill off, but with the recon bolt getting popped, it's gonna give Pokey the chance he needs to go in for that kill, and not much that the side of the attackers can do. It's gonna be a 9-4 scoreline as a beautiful defensive retake coming out from the side of the defenders. The way they use the arrows and the way they push down into the sidelines was just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, a huge round for the side of Aya Gaming. A really nice flank too from Pokey pushing in from the B main area into mid and winning this. You can see on the map here, right here, as Reckoning decide to push in on the side. First Pasha holding down the garden, getting the first 2 kills. Then Pokey winning that duel in mid, meaning all of Reckoning just cornered onto the garden in A main area. They can't really push back and try to go for the rotate. They can't really push into side because they are getting more down. Reckoning just caught in no man's land, end up losing the round, and Aya with a really nice pistol round will set themselves up for a anti-eco to relieve a bit of that pressure from their head. Now you can see Aya Gaming, they've stacked up mid, they're expecting an eco rush from Reckoning Esports, but Reckoning, they're not going to go for that usual eco rush. They said they like splitting themselves up. They want those 1v1 duels, they want that pick, and then they're going to push into side. But having found none, all of them now rotating onto B, it's going to be into the hands of Pokey as they try to take this B side.
Pokey's, he's gonna have his work cut out for him in this situation because he's making his sightlines known. He's trying to make a lot of noise because his team, they're gonna make the wraparound play coming out from the side of Market. But this may just be a dangerous fact coming out from his as Pokies. He's gonna be getting that first kill onto Ayan to take him down. And Pokies, he's holding down the fort. He seems like an unstoppable force. He gets 3 kills for himself. Titan with a nade. He answers back at Pokies with the... Alright. Gets a kill on the Razor, takes it all out. Pokies with the 4K. Extremely well played defensive hold down on that B side. And this is why Killjoy is just so good on the map of Ascend. When she's on that B side, she's at her strongest. And to break through that defensive hold, a lot of teams are going to struggle.
Yeah, I think especially considering that she has so many setups on multiple sides, you can see very comfortable just holding down from the Botas, allowing them to push through in combination with the grenade from Titan, picking up so many kills. And this is why, like, you can see again, Pokey, he'll switch up his positioning. This time go on to A side, knows that his setup in B side has been revealed and has to set up a different way to get the maximum amount of surprise potential for his side and really get as much damage as he can through with those swarm grenades. You can see a catwalk hold for the rest of the team. The alarm bot set up to deny that A main. It's mid control for Aya Gaming as Rio starts to peek through to. He's gonna take care of that alarm bot. This is the buy round for Reckoning, so they need to try to get the first blood in the push basis of that. But it's hold.
Nowhere to run!
More though with Archer Fury to return it back. 2v2 on the map now. It's gonna be Reckoning Esports taking control of side.
They have the A side under their control, and now the real question is, will they be able to hold it? The plant is about to come through. Titan uses the bulldog to get a little bit of information. Note for a fact that Cloud was sitting up at the top with him. Gets tagged down a little bit because of the Spectre being present in his hand. But a beautiful crossfire as well. Cloud up. And Rio, they're holding down from below under heaven. No sights have been found just yet, but the positioning is going to be given away because of the dart coming out. Tito is going to be taking the back end corner, but Clouda and Rio with a crossfire set up. He's going to be able to take out Titan and one onto Tito. Nothing much that they can do as a side of the defense. They're just having such a rough time when they're gonna be going into these retake scenarios. It seems as though the crossfire setups, I do believe that the side of the defense, they're playing a little bit too slow. And they need to fight aggression with aggression in this point because they're giving a lot of space away to the entirety of Reckoning Esports. And this is why they're having such a rough time moving forward.
That Rio Hunter's Fury though, so huge for them to be able to pull out a round. Picks up a double kill. The Mad Lad able to even the score, even the agent lineup out for that round. Make sure that in that 2v2 with that side control, they have a chance to win their buy round, and win their buy round they do. Now for Aya Gaming, Pasha, he's the only one with not the full buy. The rest of them able to afford the full buy because they went for the Spectres in the last round. He's the only one who has to go for the Blade Storm, but he shows exactly why that Jet ultimate considered so deadly. Blade Storm with that headshot, right? Like finds the first blood and now will force all of Reckoning Esports onto this A side. The alarm bot chasing Ayan all the way into the middle of the site, and now the Killjoy ultimate coming down for Pokey as they try to hold it down. Twist, he'll get the spike planted. Now they just have to run away, set up that Killjoy utility, and then look for the post plus. But they don't have much time. They're gonna get detained for sure. 2 players detained now. It's gonna be Aya Gaming pushing for the retake, but they're gonna take care of the one not detained first. Multiple kills for Aya Gaming as they're able to take down the defuse and the round.
Beautiful defensive round coming out from them at Titan. That is just insult to injury at that point. Titan just blows in, flies in from the other side of the map, and he's like, oh, hello there, I heard that you got detained in that last round. And I do believe that you have a death sentence coming out for you. Comes in from the heavens, takes out Ion. And such a beautiful round indeed. The use of the lockdown was absolutely incredible. Such positioning that they force Reckoning in such a corner that they cannot escape from. And then with the immediate aggressive push to take the control away from the side of Reckoning is what gave them the chance. And this is what I want to see coming out from the side of the defense CA, because Aya, they're giving up too much space to the side of Reckoning, and this is what's causing them to suffer so much. The more ground they take over, the more that it's gonna be helping them. And Razor, he tried to pull off a satchel play, but didn't work out in his favor. But at the bare minimum, he did get a little bit of damage to work with, leaving Pico down to such a low health. But still, with the spike line going down, here's where the real fun is about to begin.
Enemy tag.
You can see all of Reckoning Esports, they're funneled into the site. One player on the flank. It's the Omen versus the Omen, and the Meow winning that fight. Able to pick up the first kill, and now Titan with 2 more. The retake on for Aya Gaming, and the retake strong for Aya Gaming. Flawlessly pull it off, and will be able to get the defuse. I mean, my eyes were on that 1v1 duel between Meow and Clouda, that entire like retake situation. Clouda wins that duel, he gets such a big flank onto the retakers. He would just be able to deny any sort of pressure for Aya Gaming and relieve so much pressure for Reckoning. But the fact that Meow holds strong in that catwalk duel, wins it, makes sure that her team can then push in aggressively for the retake. So good. Titan with his own utility. Razor, like, I think he tried really hard to set up the perfect satchel, but ends up just not getting it. He did do a lot of damage, but the real damage done to Reckoning Esports is Aya. They're reducing the lead severely.
10-7 is the score. 10-7 is the scoreline. So moving forward, I do believe that they're gonna have a pretty hard time to try and gain their momentum back. And really good job coming up from the side of Aya to break away that momentum. And this time around, we're gonna be seeing an ultimate getting popped by the Killjoy down near the B sidelines. Not really a push coming out just yet, but it seems as though Titan, he knows what's up. As now the entirety of the army is gonna be popping out in, but Razor with the headshot of the Titan takes them out immediately as the showstopper is gonna be coming out of his hand. Razor again with a second kill, gets one on the bogus Pasha. His phone number has been found. They're gonna be calling it off. Pasha gets tagged down to 72 HP, but Ion, he has a vengeance. He's gonna be able to kill his own clone, being like, I'm the only gen around here, boys. You're not gonna be coming anywhere close to me. They know he pulls out the shot mount, he pulls out the recon bolt at the wrong time, and Ion with the Phantom Spray takes down 3 with the Razor, his close buddy taking out 2. And just as I was saying that the momentum is not going to be in the favor of Reckoning, it seems as though I was wrong. 11-7 is the scoreline. 1 more round to go into match 1 and 2 more rounds to end off this map and end off this set.
11-7. A really nice round for Reckoning Esports. I feel like the confidence was really hurt for them because of the comeback made by Aya Gaming so far, right? Like, before that round, Reckoning they'd only won 1 round where Aya had won 4 on this second half, and that confidence really was hurting them, right? But now you can see, with that last round, they just reset themselves. They went for the aggressive push, they're able to take the site, they're able to take the round, and now just holding down in A. Yeah, they went for their own aggressive push, both the duelists trying to get something done, but instead just get denied. Not a single kill, not even much damage done to the health bars. It's Aya Gaming. It's just left to Meow. She has a huge out positioning. If she can find a couple of kills here on the rotating lightning, it could be huge. She finds one, will not be able to find another though. Meow just 1 for 1. Aya now set themselves up for a full rotate.
They set themselves out, but Pokies, again, he has such a beautiful position, and the brother plays. Crosshair discipline was good, but at the same time it was bad as well. Finally though, Tito, he's able to get that kill onto Clouda, making even a little bit more, but he's not ready for the Ferrari swing that Ayan had in store for him. He gets taken out immediately. Pokies, he had such a beautiful moment to go in for it, but the trigger discipline play was just a little bit too long. He gets taken out, and it's gonna be 12 and 7 scoreline, sorry, for the side of Reckoning Esports. It's time to close it all down, or for Aya Gaming, they need to dig deep. They need to find the reason why they are here, because if they lose this, it's all over for them. They're gonna be sent home, while Reckoning, they're gonna be moving on forward.
That round was such an emotional roller coaster. Both the Omens were like behind enemy lines, first of all. Like Meow in the attacker side spawn and Clouda in the B side defensive area. Both the Omens so huge, but the holes from Meow and Pokey. Meow, she at least got a kill, but the trigger discipline for Pokey, I mean, as you said, trigger discipline is good. Assuming you can get the 2 kills, it's a double-edged sword where you never want to be in a position where your trigger discipline ends up just hitting you really hard, not even getting a kill. Pokey just denied. I feel like if he had got those 2 kills there, or if he even just got 1 kill there, he would put his team in such a good position. But it's not just him. Like Tito taking down another player for Reckoning and making sure that it's still like Reckoning able to push through onto side and get the win. This game is so close, but Reckoning with the consistency able to now get match point. We'll have to see if they can close it off. They do have the equal advantage with a couple of rounds lost back to back for Aya. They have the ultimates in their favor, so it's going to be Rio. Once again, the prediction ultimates for him on point, picks up the first blood and will now set his team up to try and rotate off of A, having made a bunch of noise and got that first kill.
Wow. I don't understand how he didn't even spawn him out with the. I think he spotted him out with the owl drone, but he didn't even get a tag, and he still got the prediction kill onto Tito. My God, absolutely incredible plays coming out from the side of Rio. I think that one advantage for their side is going to be massive, especially as losing one member on defense is much more detrimental than losing one member on attack, because there's one more extra cycline that you're gonna have to worry about. But just as I do say this, it's gonna be Titan with the Roomba spotting out multiple members. The Roomba does not really deal a lot of damage. Titan with a beautiful nade, but not really a lot of ground has been covered. Ayan rushes down into the sideline. Pasha gets taken out, but Titan gets one kill of his own. Pokey, he's holding strong. He's holding down the fort, and ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be leaving Clouda on his lonesome to try and bring it all back. They know exactly where Clouda is, and Clouda, he needs to push into them. The spike is deep inside of enemy territory, and the Killjoy has everything set up. But Clouda, oh my God, he pushes it a bit too early. He gets detained. No time whatsoever. 2 seconds left on the clock, and he's gonna be running on back. He gets 1 kill at least to work with moving forward. He's looking for 1 more, but this seems as though it happens from time to time. I do believe that Clouda, he got just a little bit too impatient. He couldn't wait for it, and that's what costed him his life.
Clouda just on the edge of it, decided to press W not even a second, a millisecond too early, gets detained, and you can see his anger in that exit track. He just spammed through his Vandal, getting that kill onto Titan, but losing the round eventually. As you said, a really good hold by Pokey. Pokey is like the anchor of Aya Gaming so far on this defensive side. The way he's able to hold on to this side when they come onto him, really strong. Making up, redeeming himself for not picking up the kills in the round before that. But 4 more rounds, Aya, they have to pull off to try and get us to overtime. We'll have to see if they can do that. But now, it's Tito with his own prediction. Hunter's Fury coming out. Hasn't got a tag just yet though, but did create a bunch of pressure, allowing Pokey to push into that B-main area and get a kill. Pokey, he will now push back, and Reckoning, they'll go for this aggressive mid-take, looking for the mid-market area, but Pasha able to get the trade, and the Showstopper not able to find much, meaning now Aya with a huge advantage. Pasha with another, and Aya on the comeback.
the comeback. That's
Last
for sure,
player
but
standing.
Razor, ow, ouch! That flick has gotta hurt. Meow just flicked out of absolutely nowhere. Just took the head of Razor clean off in that situation. Pasha getting a beautiful long range one tap as well when his Clouda takes him out, and the comeback is real, ladies and gentlemen, taking us to a 12-9 scoreline. They're fighting for overtime. It's do or die. The gears are now in motion, and the fire has been lit because here is where you make the comeback happen, force us into overtime, and take us to map number 3.
3 more rounds for Aya to pull it off. Reckoning they just need one of those 3 to not just secure the map, but secure the entire series. Kick Aya Gaming out of this tournament right here. You can see Reckoning Esports, they're going for a split approach once again. The grenade coming out from Razor as he tries to get some damage done towards Catwalk, and they try to take mid control. Now Pokey did get tagged, but Pokey is pushing through the smoke. He has a huge look. Can he find the kill? The trigger control for Pokey this time, and Red Supreme finds Rio, finds Razor, drops the spike carrier. Tito with another and a huge round for Aya Gaming.
A beautiful aggressive play coming up from the side of Pokies. They were not ready for it. How will they expect it? No one's gonna check for this. Who is gonna be mad? Who's gonna be the mad lad to actually push through the smoke in that situation other than our boy Pokies?
Last player
But
standing.
Ayani gets 1 kill for himself, but Titan getting that kill on the Clouda is gonna change everything. There's not much that he can do. He can opt to go in for a save, but he's not really going to have a lot of money to buy for his teammates moving forward. 45 seconds left on the clock, down in this 1 versus 5 situation. What can he do? Not much, as Meow just takes his head clean off, and it's going to be another run on the board for the side of Aya Gaming.
Another round picked off for Aya Gaming, and now the eco really hurting for Reckoning Esports. They're gonna have to go into the eco with the next round, but here we'll get to see Pokey back in display once again. Let's talk about this. You see, he knows that the grenade likely meaning that they're going for the mid control push. He hears, I think, the drone come out for Rio as well, and he's able to push through with Rio nor Razor checking that catwalk area, completely relying on the smoke. Pokey able to play that beautiful mind game and pick up that double kill. Just set up the entire round for Aya Gaming. 12 to 10 now. They have this round advantage with the weaponry to try to make it 12 to 11. Then look for overtime with the next. I really hope we get overtime. I mean, aggressive, you know me. I want overtime in every single map. But this map particularly feels like these teams are so damn close, and overtime really just fits the bill.
Lost in
It's going
sight.
to be a difficult take as well, but we have seen how well Reckoning do when it comes to their eco round advantages with the door being closed as well. They're going to be pushing on straight in, but Tito, he's going to be able to get that first kill down onto Aya and take him out. But Rest and Razor, they get 1 taps for themselves. They take out 2. Titan, though, answers back with his Phantom to take out 1 more. Scorelines haven't evened up just a tiny little bit, but Pasha, he's in a pretty sticky situation. If he gets pushed on through both sides, this may just be a dangerous take for them to go through, but from the side of Market, the push has been found. Meow getting 2 kills for herself, and Meow getting the 3rd headshot as well as right on her Rio. A beautiful flank coming out from the side of Meow to take out the 3 members down in the B side. And it's going to be another round on the board for the side of Aya Gaming as we go to 12 and 11 scoreline. 1 more round for overtime and 1 more round for Reckoning to win out this set.
Now, this round is the buy round for Reckoning Esports though. So everything put online here. Reckoning, they had a humongous lead in 9-3 coming into the second half. But yeah, they've been so strong in defense, and you can see it. Pokey with 18 kills leading the chart, really displaying the strength of that killjoy on this map. And he's gonna be the one you have to look out for. But I think my player, like I said this at the start of the map too, like Meow, I think she's been absolutely phenomenal in the fact that she's rarely making any mistakes. She's very consistent with her
You
gameplay
should run.
and her aim, and is able to get such big advantages for Aya Gaming. But the entire team, they're gonna have to rally together to find this round. And you can see already they're trying to do
Wait.
so.
Placing swarm grenade.
What?
The attacking killjoy ultimate is set up. No detain coming through, but now all of Reckoning, they're going through the push, but they just get demolished by Pokey. Reckoning, they will find a couple kills in return, and they're going for this A-side control, but instead it's just Aya Gaming picking up the kills and the advantage. Now 3v2, reckoning they need to go for the plant and they know that, but they're gonna have to hold off against the retake with a one-man disadvantage.
2 versus 3 is the situation for them as of right now, but one of the members is super low, and Joker may be able to take him on Rio with the geometry! Take it down immediately, but the push is gonna be coming down from the side of Emmett, but Clouda's gonna be there to help out his buddy, putting us down into this 1 versus 1 situation. Who's gonna be coming on the top of this engagement? It's gonna be Rio with a well-placed headshot to take him out, and ladies and gentlemen, Reckoning Esports win on this set, and they're gonna be moving forward in the lower brackets.
Celebration evident on the cams they just threw. Very much PG-13 cheers as they make sure that they pick up that win. But Rio, man, as you said, with that geometry to pick up the first kill with the shock dart, and then with this Hunter's Fury, creating so much pressure, nobody even thinking about Clouda in that aiming position. Clouda finds Titan, and then Rio just holding it down, wins the duel, picks up Pasha Sahil, and picks up the map and the series win for Reckoning Esports. It's once again your boy Razor with the MVP spot. He's that total series MVP. But Rio was the one who clutched it out, who pulled off a huge round win when it really mattered, and pulled off many, many great Hunter's Fury ultimates. So Rio, hats off to you as well.
That is true, but we have a lot more to talk about series, so
Yeah, we'll take a look. Really, the entire series so close, and especially map 2. So we'll take a look at the LG Ultra Gear match highlights to really talk about that. Now, Aggressive, what I want to ask you is like, I think we talked about this after map 1 about how like IA Gaming, they started off a little bit slow, and that was evident in the first half of map 2, but it really felt like they came alive in the latter half of map 2. So as a newer team, right, we expect this from them. The sort of slow start, once you get the confidence, you get rolling. I hope that with time, IA Gaming able to find the experience and become much more consistent, because as players, they definitely have the potential to be the very best.
that I completely believe with you. Because we have seen moments of heroics coming up from players like Mimeo, Tito, and then Tasha as well. And Pokey's an absolutely incredible Sentinel player. He has been so consistent in the way that he was able to hold down a lot of the sidelines and take a lot of the duels. And it just all comes down to practice. I do believe that Reckoning, now that they are in the boot camp, they have a lot of practice time in their books. And now that they're playing as a team, like now their playstyle as a team has just improved so much more than before when we saw them in the Challenger Series. Sorry. Like, Aya, they need to take this to heart and then be like, hey, we as a team, we can bring it back, we can make it all work again, and we're gonna be stronger moving forward. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from a loss, and hopefully Aya, they just come back even stronger in the following tournaments.
Yeah, I definitely believe that they will, because this team has constantly just surprised us, right, with their potential. They even have a new player, Meow. She's just coming in for this tournament. This is the first time we're seeing her in the squad. So, like, I'm sure with time and practice, they're gonna get synergized with each other. Really gonna pick up their team gameplay as a whole, because individually, as you said, they have that potential. But Reckoning, man, I love seeing the fact that they're really starting to show that their practice is paying off. The setup on point for them, the way they move across the map together like a unit, that's something that only comes through from going in a custom game, really, and understanding the individual setups and scrimming against other teams. So I hope Reckoning doing exactly that, because they're starting to show us sides of what we expected them from the very first time they came in. There's this group of upstarts looking to just dethrone the very best at the top, and they're definitely on the right track to do that. It's Reckoning here with the win, taking down IA Gaming. I'm sure we'll see more of IA Gaming in the future, but for now, it's Reckoning moving on to the next round. Now, guys, if you enjoyed that match, and I know you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell, because we started off the entire tournament with 8 teams. So the action, it was at a high when it started itself. But the fact that only 8 teams there, meaning every team really putting everything on the line, meaning the action just ramping up. So you want to make sure that you have that notifications bell on so you can be there on time. Check out the links in the description below. It's a new year. Time for you to get some new monitors with some amazing discounts. Now, I'm CA, and I was joined by Aggressive here for the cast, for the game between Reckoning Esports and Aya Gaming. We'll see you in the next game tomorrow with the LG Ultra Gear TEC Invitational Valorant tournament. Bye-bye. Take care.